Welcome to Tuscaloosa, Alabama, where titles are won, legends are made, and fields are named after them. Saban Field at Bryant-Denny Stadium, home of the Alabama Crimson Tide. Today, we have one of those games that tests your focus. Top 25 team against an unranked opponent. Can you take care of business? As we'll see a squad from the Mountain West, the Wyoming Cowboys, taking on the 15th ranked team in the land, the Alabama Crimson Tide. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. The Cowboys will kick it off to get us underway. Just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. First down here for the offense. He wants to throw. Starting to feel a little pressure. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
A really good job by the defense. They got to understand that boy can fly. So when he gets outside the pocket, I got to make sure I'm ready to go get him. You can tell he was still being a passer. He wanted to throw the football. Nice job closing under control, getting a hit on the quarterback, and affecting the throw.
He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. You can go way back in the history books to the wishbone attack, all the way back to the first Rose Bowl team. Alabama builds its identity on a strong running game.
Builds it on dudes that tote the rock and do it with nastiness, with some physicality. Not one guy's going to bring them down, and you see it year after year with these guys, and there's always somebody that's going to be a physical challenge to try to get on the ground.
After the misfire, now on second down. The give to the tailback. Drills him with the stiff arm. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with the first down.
You ain't getting by all these guys right up the middle unless your offensive line and your tight ends and everybody is putting in the work up front, committing to blocking. The running back does a great job finding the hole, exploding through. How about that nice, big, huge gain? If I'm the OC, let's call that one again.
This Alabama offense is clicking. They're set up with another first down. Running back goes in motion. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior.
Yeah, and the running back didn't get much here, but, you know, you clearly want to always establish the tempo, run the football, be consistent, make that defense physically meet the challenge.
The give to the running back from the shotgun. And he's able to bounce off one tackle, but still not a whole lot of running room.
Man, that D-tackle is a freak athlete. Did you see him come out of his stance and beat the offensive lineman, getting to the running back? Cat-like quickness.
Flushed out of the pocket. Slings it downfield. He's got it. Third down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
Yeah, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain.
And these defensive tackles just eat people. They swallow human beings when you get near them. They're so big, so strong. When those guys, those running backs coming, they just need a mid. They put one mid on a running back, and he usually falls to the ground just because of their sheer mass and strength.
Across the 25, he's got room. Touchdown Tide! Hauled it in and just kept right on running to the hallelujah land.
Well, you know this offense offensive coordinator scripts his opening 10, 15 plays, and he didn't even need that. They went 9 plays and scored a touchdown, everything working perfectly. They looked like a well-oiled machine early in this game offensively.
Let's see what he can do with the return. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. Line gets set, first down. Using his legs, it's Scott. Navigates that mass of bodies and gets 4 out to the 17.
Small gain, I know, but again, the defense knows he's going to run the football. He's willing to run the football, not just drop back and pass, make him honor the run game. You got to do a lot of this.
Give to the running back. He kept those legs moving, got 3 out to the 19. Pinned just inside their own 20. They need to convert on 3rd and short. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. He's moving out of the pocket. Got it in the middle, it's Brown. And they pick up the first down in what might be the last play here in the first quarter. And the Cowboys come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll throw it on first down. Grabbed over the middle, it's Brown. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offensive success.
Snags it down the right side. Hit the gas, kid, wide open ahead. Touchdown, Wyoming. Reeled it in and just made the house call. Quarterbacks love receivers that can get separation, but that amount of separation is a little excessive.
I agree, Reese, and I think the defense needs to have a little powwow on the sidelines and talk about what just happened because that was an absolute busted coverage on the back end. Defense can't keep playing like that.
And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. Bringing it back. And the returner will be dragged down. Here comes that Alabama offense. They unleashed an aerial assault last time that took them right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished something you wanted to accomplish. Make this defense think. You put them back on their heels. Now, shoot, Palmer, you might be able to slip a few runs in on this drive to really jack them.
Yeah, I like that idea, but I also like the fact that speed kills. They've got it at the receiver position, so if you've got one-on-one matchups, man, take advantage.
And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Tight end getting vertical. They'll move those chains, getting it out to the 29-yard line and trying to get this drive rolling.
Great job by the offense. Listen, if the defense is going to sit back in zone, you know what you got to do. Run those crossers across the formation. Those guys that are looking at the quarterback, they're not trying to pick up receivers all the time. Make those precise throws, right in those holes, get those first downs, get those big chunks.
We'll take a quick break as we have reached the final 2 minutes of the first half. They'll start this one from the 29 on first down. They'll try the run. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down. It gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And that pass intercepted. They make the tackle after the turnover, but hang on just a second. There's a flag on the field. Let's see if it stands. So after the flag, a fresh set of downs for the offense. It's 1st and 10. Looking downfield, it's Milrow. Dances away from the heat. Obliterates him, still on the move. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. Quarterback stands alone, all wide receivers. Wide receiver now comes in motion. He's going to pass. Lets it fly. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
Yeah, and you use these running backs so much in the passing game now, and you expect them to make those plays for you, to make those big explosive plays out of the backfield. Just got to make sure he concentrates and see that ball come in.
What a job to lay out and make the catch.
Man, I love those guys that are willing to put their body on the line, and he does it right here, man. Just lays out. That ball's coming in. You can see it from several yards out, making that play, laying out, keeping the football from touching the turf. Great concentration, great effort by the receiver.
From the gun, give on the inside. And a decent gain there before the defense makes a stop.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making a good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
Runs through a tackle. And he's tripped up, but not before picking up the first down.
If I'm building an offense in today's football, it's not around a quarterback that can't run. I'm going to find an athlete that I can give the ball because defensively, it starts to limit your coverages. It starts to limit what I can do. It makes me play the quarterback every single play. Just makes your job as a defensive coordinator extremely hard.
They've pushed it ahead to the 4. They'll try to cash in on 2nd and goal. From the shotgun, the inside give. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Man, and that's a frustrating play when you go in reverse near the goal line. Goal-to-go situations, Palmer. You got to get those positive yards. You can't go backwards if you're trying to get a touchdown.
You know, I'm trusting in my quarterback here to make the right decision. Looks like we're going to have to throw it, right? But if it's not open, just throw this thing away. You don't want to take a sack, lose extra yardage here. Just be smart.
Just destroying his way through the field. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Crimson Tide.
And that is exactly what you want from your offense. Man, late in the half, you want to execute and then punch it in physically on the ground. Take the lead going into the half. Take all the momentum. Nice execution on the drive by that offense.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the returner goes down. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. He leaves it with the back. That may not look like a huge run, but they'll take it as it gets him up to the 24.
That's the end of the first half. With the score, Alabama 14, Wyoming 7.
Ready to start the second half. Alabama will kick it off. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. Wyoming has the football back, and here comes the offense. Maybe adjustments or attitude adjustments, but they've got to find a way to run the ball at least some here in the second half.
I do think you said something that's important. I think running the football is an attitude. Like, it starts with the offensive lineman and being physical, having a nasty attitude. Running back, same thing. I think they need more of that in the second half.
You know, and I think if any of you're this defense, you have an opportunity to make a statement here. Yeah, I know you guys went in at halftime and you riled yourselves up and you told yourself that you think you can run the ball on us. On this very first drive, we're going to prove to you, just like in the first 30 minutes, you cannot.
And he'll move his way forward to the first down. They'll mark it at the 35.
Well, they needed 2 yards for that first down. The running back doing just enough to make sure he keeps this drive alive.
They'll snap it on first down from the 35. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Quarterback checking the play. To the air on first down. Fires to the wideout. And the ball is picked off. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. And the senior just took that one out of the air and sends it the other way. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. Boy, David, they would love to stack another touchdown on top of that last drive.
And this offense did such a good job on the last drive. Everything in rhythm, moved the ball down the field, didn't make those mistakes, Jesse, and they need to do it again on this one.
Yeah, you're right. They had the defense on their heels. You wonder what sort of communication was going on that sideline. What sort of changes were they able to make, because they got to stop the bleeding right now.
Caught in the backfield, it's Bernard. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up. And guys, they really need to take advantage of this field position on 3rd and long. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Gonna try to get it himself. Showing off the arm.
These guys aren't human anymore. I mean, they got to survey the field, throw the football, make deep passes, and then guess what else? They pull the ball down, take off, and make big chunks of plays on the ground. It's just impossible to be on defense nowadays.
This is a designed run. Alabama will get the first down. Man, you want to talk about confidence in your running game on 4th down to keep it on the ground from that distance and pick up the first down.
That's one of those things in practice, coaches probably like, anybody, any place, anytime, anywhere, this is who we are, we're physical, and they showed it.
Alabama with a 1st and 10 here. Fast motion from the offense. They'll run the jet sweep, making the defense go sideline to sideline. And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain.
And a great job seeing the motion coming across the formation, understanding the jet sweep's a possibility, pulling the trigger, going and getting the guy on the ground.
Oh, it's on the ground. High fall. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
And your offense, you're talking to each other the whole time. Look at the score. Understand the situation. We got a chance to go up by 2 scores. We got a chance to put this ball game away. We have to hold on to the football. 2 hands. Make sure I go to the ground with that thing in my possession. It's a big mistake that could cost them big.
Wyoming takes over the football and the Cowboy offense on its way out. Boy, they hope this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last time, Jesse.
Yeah, and the coaches did a good job on the sideline there, just talking to the young quarterback and making sure he's able to turn the page, calm him down to go out and refocus this drive.
Yeah, and some people do that better than others, but you got to show some trust in him. Maybe get the ground game going, help around him a little bit with this system.
It's caught. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a 1st down.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field, and they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
Quarterback changing the plays at the line. Looking to go up top on 1st down. He'll pull it down and run. And he has a solid gain on the play before sliding. One quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic 4th quarter finish. Offense gets set for 2nd down. Back to throw, it's Svoboda. He finds his man. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
This offense has their work cut out for them, man, because the coverage has been so tight. And if you're not throwing to the sideline or you're not getting past the sticks, this defense is going to tackle you inbounds like they just did on that last play and bleed the clock.
And they needed an inch, and they didn't get it. This defense gives up nothing, and you'll like it. On 4th down, they're taking to the air. Can't find his man. It'll be incomplete, and that is a heartbreaker this late in the game. We'll see if they go into a 4-minute offense, try to bleed the clock, or will they stay aggressive with a couple of minutes to play? Caught behind the line. It's Haynes. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
Love the awareness by the defense here. They're trying to get the running back the ball in space, but the defense was expecting it. They had guys in position. They located the football, and they went and game tackled.
They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one. It's third down now. They ought to be able to get off one more play before the 2-minute warning. Looks as if the Crimson Tide will have the first down. We've reached the 2-minute warning in this offense, trying to milk this clock and keep time on their side. On 1st and 10 from the 38. They'll keep it on the ground. The clock is on their side. Really nice stop there from this senior leader.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Looking for a gap. It's Haynes. And he is swarmed under a host of defenders there to make the stop.
And I'm not surprised. I mean, you put the ball in your best player's hands. Like, late in the game, you've got to trust your guy. I'm interested to see what they do here on third down coming up. Let's call it third and interesting, right? Top clock ticking down. Do I trust my QB to throw the football? I got the lead. I want that.
Continues to fight for yards. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. The Tide trying to pay off this red zone trip. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Here's the handoff. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches. Timeout is called with just a single second left. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. Third down, they can pick up the first without scoring. Quarterback will keep it. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down. Not exactly a ton of points in this one. They just couldn't overcome the offensive struggles and come up short.
And that's a bad feeling when you're the offense, because you see your defense time and time again getting stops, giving you the football back, and giving you an